Hey guys, what's going on? Kyle here with the Card Guys, bringing you a brand new video. So I've been tinkering with this deck a lot the past few weeks, and I wanted to bring it to you guys. I got top 4 at a store championship, so unfortunately didn't get my round 1 bye, but I did have fun playing the deck. It was an idea that I had a while ago, and I never really acted upon playing it. And then recently, over the last month or so, I've been kind of just playing around with it, trying to figure out exactly how I want to go about it, because I've loved to play Cell ever since set 2, and I'm just a big Android and Cell fan. And so when they announced obviously Android 18 as a leader, I hopped on it. You guys obviously saw my last video. That wasn't very good, but at the same time, I just enjoy, like, you know, the storyline of the Android and the Cell game saga. And so I'm one of those people who just have like their guilty pleasure decks, and here's mine, and I'm in love with the deck in general. I call it 18 perfection. So pretty much the premise of the deck is to play like 18, but at the same time also, you know, hit them for a lot out of their hand. So I'll get into the profile in a second, but the main objective of 18 is to hit really high to hit for damage. And so the idea really is to use your either get the 18 or the 3-drop Cell in your hand early game, hit them, you know, pressure them down with your leader. You can go to really high numbers in the deck, really high numbers in general, because the awakened 18, you know, reduces the combo cost of your blue and green cards. I've got a second list I'm going to show later on, maybe if it ends up play testing well, but you hit them. Like, a lot of decks kill themselves other than Hatchak, but a lot of the leaders like to go down really quick to awaken. So the idea is to, you know, maybe get a really good critical, not like critical, but like a crucial 18 swing in, obviously with your Krillin, and since you're activating the leader ability, you can even combo the Cell pieces that are dead in your hand to get a really high number. And then you can do certain things, like obviously you have the Vegeta Secret Rare to actually do things, and then you can also, if the right line of play happens, you can play the Growing Evil Life Force Cell to go into the Cell, make them go to 3, and then just like attack with your Cell and just go ham from there. So I'll get into the list, and then if you guys have any questions or anything, let me know in the comments below. One thing before anything else, if you guys, we just launched this a couple days ago. If you guys want to, we're running online tournaments on our Facebook group. It's Metacard Gaming Tournaments, powered by the Card Guys. Link will be in the description below. Pretty much, we know a lot of players don't have a big local, or don't have a local scene in general, and don't get the ample amount of play testing that they want. And a lot of players, you know, believe that they're very good, and so they get to play against other really good players to win some money. Essentially what it is it's, you know, pay, like what we've been doing is paying $5, 4-man tournament, and then winner gets 15. We pocket the 5. We're saving a fund for Untapped to donate once a month, which is really cool. And then the $4 each tournament is gonna go into a pot for like a bigger tournament for like prize cards or sought after cards we're gonna get. So hopefully you guys would enjoy that. We've been enjoying it, so hopefully you guys join. And yeah, so this is pretty much the deck. We'll go in order from, I guess, what it has. So with the Android leader, if you guys don't know what it does, it brings out the Android 21 scheme, and she kills a clone token, takes a life, draws a card, and then she can also bounce a 1-drop back to the hand. Also does it on the other side too, except on the other side when you awaken, it draws a draw to awaken, and then on this side it kills a token. And like I said, all of your blue and green cards are 1 less combo cost, which is really cool. But for the deck, we have 2 Absolute Release Ball. The real big play with this is get to awaken, and then when you want to drop the Cell, a lot of times people are going to try to Vegeta Cruel it, or try to counterplay it in someone like Son Gohan, and so like that's just extra protection for your Cell. So you can obviously bounce back to the hand and you resolve your cell, then you go into your cell chain. 3, Android 17 mechanical prowess. I've been going between 4 and 3 of this. I think that 3 is just the right number. You really want to mainly use the 18 and the 17 to just be able to search your piece. What people don't know is these two can actually search your Infernal Villainy cells, which is really cool. And these two cards just have a lot of synergy. So you play 7, 3 17s, and then 4 speedy substitution. This is still really good in general, just because if you want to add like an Android 17 to your hand to go into the chain when you can, like that's a really cool thing. Like you can, like for example with this, if you had to use these, you can technically go Android 18 and set up for a 3-drop the next turn by bringing this back to your hand, which is neat. We ended up doing 3 D-Magic and 4 Senzu Bean. I had to cut a D-Magic. I really wanted to keep a 4th in, but there's a couple tech cards that I like to play, so I had to cut it. But you need to play 4 Bean in my opinion, because you really want to be at 5 life on your turn when you want to awaken, because that's how you get most of your, that's how you swing the game essentially in your favor. So being at 5 life is really key, and obviously when we're giving you tokens every turn, you're going to try to hit for 10. You're not going to want a combo, and obviously Senzu Bean is the card that's going to pretty much stop their turn. So play 4 Senzu Bean, obviously 4 of the 17, not just because it's a dual energy, but also at the same time it's a card for your cell package, and you realistically only need 1 for the 3-drop. So like sometimes, you know, being able to give up 1 of these is fine, and then if you have multiples of these, you've already seen this, you really don't need this again, so you can get rid of that. So then we play 4 North Kai. It's just the one I had foil, so I played it. So you can play any of the 4 life super combos, blue ones. We play 3 Supreme Technique Krillin. It's really cool because it gives your 18 double strike. What's really cool with this one too is it also gives this one double strike if you really wanted to. I never really played this card. It literally is just strictly 4 going into the perfect 4 cell. I feel like, you know, with the speedy substitutions, you always want to play those for the sole fact that it gets around the summoning sickness of your scheme. So being able to play this and search your deck for the technique cell, or any of these, or this, for example, hell, or even the Android 21. Like there's so many cards that you can actually get from it. But yeah, so 3 of this is fine. If you need to Arrival to bounce something back, that's a problem card, and then use it for the cell chain, you can do that too. Obviously the 1 scheme. Maleficent Technique Cell is really cool. I'm playing 7 token killers altogether in the deck. The Supreme Technique Krillin does kill a token. This kills 3, and a lot of times you're not killing many. You'll kill 1 here or there, but at the same time, you can set yourself up for like a brilliant idea, and the next turn be able to play that, and then you can just overwhelm your opponent, which is really cool. Plus, this card's searchable by these, so I felt like, you know, adding a 7th clone killer wasn't a bad idea. Plus, it has critical, so it seemed really good. Play 1 of the secret rare. This is a flex spot. Like you can play it, and you don't need to have to play it. But I feel like it's good just to steal games. So, and I had it, so why not play it? Dr. Mew Weapon Surplus is really cool, because if you see what is a fool, you can't actually see what its effect is. There it is. It's burst 3. When you play this card, choose up to 1 green Android card with energy cost of 3 or more, or 1 green extra card with energy cost 2 or less in your drop area and add to your hand. So essentially, if you're kind of forced to cell chain him early, shell chain the person early, this is kind of if they end up, you know, killing your Perfect Force cell and you haven't, if you still have one in your deck, cool thing is like you can do this burst 3, get your Growing Evil back, and then do the chain over again. So I thought that was a really cool one of, because sometimes people do out the Perfect Force cell and they're caught off guard by it. I did it once, so it was really cool. We play 3 of the Namekian Technique Piccolo. I love this card. It's another blocker as well as the Krillin. So the deck doesn't have a lot of defense because you're going to want to play these on your turn. So I felt like, added blockers is really good because you're going to want to try to get to 4 life and stay at 4 life for the most part, because you might have to resolve an absolute release ball or anything like that. So staying at 4 life is crucial, whatever you want to say. And it also helps get around scheme too, so you can play like this, for example, and do stuff. So then we play 2 of the Brilliant Idea. The real cool thing about this is you can pump this up by 10k and give it crit, or you can pump your Perfect Force cell and give it critical. And it already has a built-in double strike, so it just becomes a 40k double strike critical, which is ridiculous. And then obviously we played the chain in general, and then 4 Infernal Villainy Cell. So the way I really play the deck is I use the cells on offense for the most part, because you can play it for free with this. And then the super combos on defense, unless you really want to hit really high numbers. I play them both in the same on offense, but I didn't really include a side deck. I sided into like the standard, just mid-range blue-green deck with like Assimilated Piccolos, Cunning Strategists, Android 21, Bad Omens, and then the 16s, and I check out the cell package. It's kind of like a cheese game 1 type of ordeal, but I still feel like it's really good. So why not play it? So it's like you're clean taking out 15 cards for 15 cards and pretty much making a brand new deck. So but yeah, that's pretty much it. Top 4 store championship. It's pretty fun. I played Beerus, Hatch, and a couple other decks, but it was good times. But yeah, leave a like if you like the deck. It's like a guilty pleasure deck, so I'm probably gonna end up having it built forever and working on it. I think it's a cool idea. If you guys have any ideas about how to run the deck, please give me some insight. Maybe I'm not looking into something that I should be, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to join the Metacard Gaming Facebook group for tournaments and whatnot. It's gonna be fun. You got to play on Untap, but we'll be streaming them and we'll be recording them for YouTube, so you'll be able to watch them later on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Kyle with the Car Guys. Leave a like and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.